Hi, Simon. Is that from Old Fiction? That could be your walk-on move. I can assure you. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah. Hot choreography. Right, I am going to position myself here.
Well, where have you taken your inspiration from for your walk-on?
Well, but I've been moving more towards being inspired. No, Mel and Kim. So shoulder pads, fedora, very tight trousers. That's my look. Well, good evening and welcome once again to the ABM Skittles Club at the Heathercroft for more hot live Oxfordshire Skittles action. It's Lads Night Out, currently second in the division against the leaders Albrites. Lads Night Out at home. The two captains, you may be able to see them at the end of the alley there, they're just tossing themselves at the end of the alley. Who won the toss, please, gentlemen? Alan, an unusual win for Alan, breaking his thing. Minutes to go before they have to forfeit the game, so we're not going to pressure them on that one. So we'll just give you a team rundown. For Lads Not Out, leading us off will be Martin, closely followed by Rob, then Tom in a number 3 position, and the closing triumvirate will be Brian, Matt and Alan. Quite a strong team this evening. We're feeling a very strong team. Albrights have got up. First is Skippy, followed by Lynn, and then Ross. And the Ben, Carl, Jezza collective are leading up at the rear. Martin's on jukebox duty. He's just loading up some tunage. The beers are ready, and we're just waiting for a couple of stragglers to turn up. So we'll be back to you again shortly. If you are watching, perhaps you could just inform us if there's any audio issues. We hope we've solved them from last week, but I may have to move my commentary position if not. But I'll be back with you when the action is about to start. Until then, you can enjoy the ambience that is Wallingford Sports Park and the ABM Skittles Club. We'll be right back. Hello, Andy. Hello, I didn't see you. I'm fine, thank you. Well, I think if everyone's here, that means no one will watch the live stream. I'm going to shut it off. Apart from your weird I know, the wangs. The wangs. They profess not to be at all. doing all right. Shoes are okay. R.I.P. Keith.
His first song was You and me, mate. You're here for the tech.
Yeah, I'm just here for the crack. I mean, to be honest, we went out and do it. We could have watched it at home and come with the right. With cheaper boots, slightly higher quality. Quickly, just have a look over the stream. I'll do just load up a video and I'll do a quick And we're off now. It's Skippy first for Albrites with the first ball of the match. Solid start there for the number one from Albrites. Second ball now. Oh, he went for the kingpin there. Fortunately, a little miss. Final ball. Oh, that's a solid start. A good 7 start from Albrites in this first leg. Sounds good. Must have been battery plus combo. It's just been confirmed by our resident tech that our AV manager has confirmed that it's all loud and clear. So I'm glad about that. Here comes Martin for Lads Night Out. First ball of the evening. It's a good solid hit on the king. If anything, a little bit too straight there. The jukebox is running a Prodigy collection as a little tribute to Keith, who passed away this week. R.I.P. Keith. You twisted fire starter, you. Right, Martin, third ball here with work to do to pull up. Oh, that's a very, very good final ball there. Pulls on 8, and that's Lads Not Out ahead after the first throws from each team. Young Ben Titchener sticking up for Lads Night Out this evening, taking a well-earned break from his frantic GCSE revision. And now it's Lynn for Albrites. First ball. Very unlucky not to with her second. Oh, missed the front row, but had a consolation too. Now this is a not very easy lie of the pins here. Final ball for Lynn. It's unlucky. She's found the gap there. So after 2 players for Albrites in this first leg, it's 11. Lads Night Out after 1, 8. So Rob needs 3 to level the scores, and anything above that will be a lead for Lads Night Out. What can the Welsh wizard do with his first throw of the evening? Oh, another lovely strike on the kingpin there. Again, unlucky not to take that back pin. Second ball. Oh, a close one, but he's missed it. He's thought about changing his position on the alley, but he's holding. That's another good third ball there from Rob from Lads Night Out, following Martin's excellent third ball. Pulls out a 7. It's 15 for Lads Night Out. A lead of 4 after 2 have thrown for both teams in this first leg. Up at number 3 for the Albrites is Ross. Ben clears the alley. Here comes Ross first ball. Massive amount of pace on that delivery. He's switched sides now. Another big ball coming up from Ross. Oh, just the one. A lot of power. There are a few splinters flying after those. Felt like he ought to have got more than 7 after the ferocity of those hits. That 7 from Ross takes Albrites up to 18 after 3. That's not out on 15 after 2. Here comes Tom Morgan, throwing at number 3 for Lads. Oh, he's just clipped the kingpin and only taken another one out with him. That's taken the wide one. There's still a good grouping here. The angle is on, but he needs an accurate third shot now. Oh, he pulled that. It's an uncharacteristic wide shot there from Tom Morgan. 3 scored, which brings things all square. After 3 for each team have thrown in the first leg, it's Lads Night Out 18, Albrites 18. In at number 4 now for Albrites is Ben. What can he do with his first throw of the ball of this evening's game? Oh. Sneaks the back pin there. Oh, again. I thought that angle on the kingpin from here looked excellent, but looking for. I think he's going to be disappointed with that 6 there, Ben. 24 for Albrites after 4 have thrown. Next up for Lads Not Out, it's Brian. He needs 6 to keep things level, but I think a 6 from Brian at this stage, just to put the pressure on. He's fresh from Cubs, so he may be a little bit tired after. 3 per ball is all the skipper ever expects. 3 per ball. Brian on target for his required score. Ooh. Now there is an angle here if he gets the kingpin just right. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, he certainly can. That's another fantastic third shot. Really storming it with these final balls. That's an 8 from Brian. The pressure is on now. 26 after 4 have thrown for Lads Not Out. Now it's Colwood's top scorer in the division and a record holder. What can he do with his first throw of the evening? Just very straight on the pin, but goes the Skittles. Second ball. Yeah, that's nice. It's not going to get a clearance here, though. But he did make certain of that 8. So after 5 have thrown for Albrites, has posted a total of 32. After 4, Lads Night Out currently on 26. Next up it's Matt. Matt needs a 6 to bring the scores level, but rather like in Brian's case, the skipper would be expecting more than that to really put the pressure on Jezza, the number 6 for Albrites. It's an unfortunate start for Matt. He's found the gap. The team members are encouraging to remove some knitwear in case it's impeding his action. It's unfortunate too there. Can he put together another fantastic third ball like his teammates? No, he can't. Now, we've the run of players turn now. After 5 have thrown for both teams, it's 28 Lads Not Out, 32 to the Albrites. With Jeremy, their team captain, to take the final throws of this first leg for Albrites. Oh, he grounded that one. Was very lucky to pick up anything at all. Has that rattled him? Let's see for the second shot. Oh, that was cleared out the middle of the pack now. And the kingpin is still available for his final throw. It's on a little straight, but that's a very solid 6 scored to take Albrites to 38 for their first leg score. Alan, skipper of Lads Night Out, also in chalkboard scoring duties there. He wasn't sure whether it was a 6. We're just confirming. 28 Lads Night Out. Alan really needs a 10 for the draw. To draw it, it's notoriously light on the spares in his record. Difficult now to get a clearance out of this second ball, and he needs. Yeah, it's all about the personal average now. Final ball for Alan for Lads Night Out. And he finishes with a 6. Score at the end of the first leg. Lads Night Out 34. 2 points to Albrites. To 0 for Lads Night Out. So, Lads Night Out now have to shrug that little loss off there. Little turn of against the form, really. Looking at the early scores for Albrites, but this could all change in the second leg. Here comes Martin. That's a superb first shot. Showing the skipper how he should have played his last ball there. Here comes the second for Martin. Oh, well, that was very nearly a perfect delivery. He's coming off an 8, to remind you, on his first leg. Could he better that? Oh, he can't, but round of applause. That's 2-8 to start. What an excellent start. So now it's for Albright, it's Skippy. He came off a very solid 7 in his first leg. He's limping slightly. I don't know if he's carrying an injury or if he's just drunk. We'll find out with this delivery. Slower pace, but very accurate shot there. Taken 5 with 1 strike. There's an angle here for his second shot as well. To your left as you look. Again, the accuracy is superb. Can he possibly take the clearance? It's looking good. Challenge that Martin threw down with an 8, and he came up with a superb clearance there. 9 for Skippy. So, just a reminder of the scores. Albrights won the first leg, taking 2 points, and after the first players from each team have thrown in the leg 2, it's a 1-point lead for Albrights. Albrights 9, Lads Night Out 8. Next up, it's the Lads Night Out number 2, Rob. Confident stride this evening. Oh, that was quite a quick delivery. He didn't think about it. He's going again. That's better. That's better. That's better. Now, an unfortunate split. What, does he go left? Does he go right? It's got to be one or the other. He's gone right. Oh, yes. Well played. A very, very good 7 again. That's matched his score from the first round. That's extremely consistent from Lads Night Out. We've now had 2 8s from Martin and 2 7s from Rob. Pressure's on Lynn now, coming off of only a 4 in her first leg. 3 down with the first ball. It's a good solid start. She's already only one behind her entire total for the first leg. Oh, she's pulled that. Consolation 1. She's on 4. Oh no, she did miss it. That's scratches her head in disbelief there. That's unusual for Lynn. 2 4s. 13 for Albrites. 15 for Lads Night Out. Here comes Tom for Lads Night Out. Third man. He's coming off a very disappointing 3 in this first leg. Surely he's got to put that to bed now and show everyone what he's really capable of. Here he goes with the first delivery. Oh dear. He just nudged the kingpin. Gap now. He's got to hold it together for this one. It's a 3. You could tell he's very disappointed though. The kingpin is still available. Is he going to change? He's staying on the right hand side as you look at it. Oh, he was determined to make something out of that king. It just wasn't falling for him. He has improved over his first leg, but only by 1 to 4. So, after 3 have thrown for Lads Not Out, we're on 19. Here's Ross again. Incredible power, but not much result for it. Oh, that was a superb strike. Accurate and powerful. No, he missed it. Interesting the different styles there between Ross and Skippy, who was all accuracy, and Ross with a 6 there versus Skippy's 9. However, that 6 has levelled things up again here in the second leg. Very close game. After 3 have thrown for both teams, it's 19 each. Next up for Lads Night Out, it's Brian Archer. He was slightly distracted by drinking, which for some of us is the prime reason for playing Skittles, to be fair. Brian's first ball didn't produce what he wanted, and the second one certainly didn't. He missed it. Now, this is an awkward lie with these Skittles as well. What's he going to do with his final throw? Oh, he's pulled that. Oh, dear. Brian can only follow up his first leg 8 with a 4. Halved his first leg score. He's given me a very dirty look there, but sometimes the truth has got to be said. So, after 4 for Lads Night Out, we're on 23. Albrites are on 19, plus whatever Ben, their number 4, can produce. Another powerful player. A little bit of spin there, and I'm not sure that did him any favours. Here comes the second delivery. That was better. He didn't spin it, but it's just a little bit too straight. What can he do with the final ball? Yes, well, goodness. Take 1, and he angled it just perfectly to wipe. That puts the pressure on from both teams. It's 27 to the Albrites, 23 to Lads Night Out. Just a reminder, the Albrites 2 points to 0. Now then, Matt, coming off a very disappointing 2 in his first leg, very uncharacteristic here, the number 5 for Lads Night Out. What can he do? That ball promised better than it delivered, but still, 3 is perfectly adequate. That's a great shot on the kingpin. That's really unfortunate. He's going to be very lucky indeed to get the clearance. Yeah, it's a solid 7 from Matt. Great improvement on the 2. Right, here comes Carl Woods for Albrites. Lads Not Out are on 30 points scored after 5. Albrites. Is his second ball? That's... Oh, yes. Now then, there's an interesting angle here. So, very nearly. That's a very solid 7 from Carl. Coming off an 8 in his first leg. He is the best player in the league. Down in 1, I think, for anybody who gets a fine, is it? Lads Not Out looking nervous. They've bought a pitcher of ale. Come on, Alan. So, after 5, it's 34, Albrights 30. Lads Not Out. What can the skipper Alan do? He's got to put it out. Oh, that skittle that flew towards the camera there. It switched sides now, the left-hander, for his second ball. That was better. The kingpin is still there, and there's an interesting angle here. There's certainly 8 in here, which would help give Jeremy. Just missed that. He's equalled his first leg with a 6. Basically, another leg. 36 scored for Lads Not Out in the second leg. Oh, yeah. Good first delivery, although this is zigzagging split for Jeremy. His second ball. Oh, that was a lovely shot. Unlucky not to take one more, actually. There is a clearance on here if he gets the angle right. They've won the second leg. This is just to rub it in. No, he's called that. He didn't need it anyway. 7 scored from Jeremy, improving on his first leg 6. And Albrights take the second leg, 41 to 36. That's 4 points to 0 after 2. The third leg is the all-important beer leg. Just a reminder of how this works. You effectively play your opponent on this one. If you bowl your opponent, then they have to buy you a beverage. Here's Skippy for Albrights. Again, that slower pace but accurate delivery has done very well. Here comes the second ball. Again, that slow but accurate delivery. There's a definite clearance on here. He's coming off a 9 last ball. Can he do it again? He certainly can. That's 2-9. 9-9. What a superb start. And Martin's coming off 2-8, and I think Martin's he's got a look about him that he feels he can equal this or better it. Nine to roll this over, or a spare and take it in style. Box as a silence has descended as first delivery for Martin. 3, is that enough? It is if he does it again 2 more times, but... Thank you, I was thirsty. Oh, and I am enjoying the new waiter service at the AVM Club. Nice foamy head from Alec. Beautiful, thank you. Yeah, don't give me Dave measures. Oh, Martin. Beer leg. He's disappointed in a 5, but, you know, having scored 2 8s previously, it's an excellent start, but it's a 4-point lead to Albrights after 1, and we're down 1 beer. Martin's looking... He's pleased with his performance. I thought you were about to mix those in some sort of dirty concoction. I hope he gave you a discount. Here's Liv, looking to improve on her 2-4s from the first 2 legs. She's equalled it with her first ball. Well, she's pulled that one. Surely she can't come away with 3-4s. She's got to be feeling the pressure for this one, though. That gap does look big, but she's broken that little run of 4s with a solid 6. Coming off 2 7s on the trot. Can he pull another one? He needs a 7 to take the beer leg. Of course, if you draw with your opponent, then it rolls over to the next leg and keeps going until somebody can be bought a beer. Here's Rob's first throw in the beer leg. That's a very accurate kingpin shot. They felt he deserved more, and it certainly looked beautiful going down the alley. Here's his second. Oh, he's taken the back out. Oh, he brought it into the gap. He's equalled his opponent with a 6. He's rolled it over. Lads not out after 2 are on 11. 50. Now, Tom Morgan is coming off a very disappointed 3 and 4. He's going to be looking at what Ross can do. Ross must be feeling quite confident in this. He's coming off a 7 and a 6. What can this powerful player pull out? Well, again, he hit it, jumped. Superb speed, but again, a little wild on that delivery. I think he needs to slow it down. Yeah, again, only 5. 7, 6, 5. Now, Tom surely has to meet him. He's going down 1 each time. You must surely go up, meet him in the middle, or beat him. There. He's disappointed with his performance, you can tell. He's just looking for that breakthrough, that little confidence boost. Well, he sneaked through the gap and knocked out the back too, but he hit it this time. Oh, he's found the gap now then. This really is a pressure shot. Really unusual. Out. Lads not out. Yeah, if you score 4 or less, you have to. He's on his 3rd. Oh, he's just nicked that kingpin, and that's for him. Just the 2 again. After 3 have thrown, Albrites are on 20. Lads not out are on 13. So they want to really put that to bed, and he's going to be disappointed with 6. Still 20 leads. It's Brian. He's coming off an 8 and a 4, so a little bit inconsistent. He really needs a nest or a spare. Anything very difficult for the last 2 to take. Going to help his campaign. Pins reset that was knocked on the rebound. Let's see. A wry smile from Brian. That is going now. There's some amusing banter going on, but Brian's hurting inside. It's a consolation. Consolation for Brian, but not only has he let himself down, but he's let the whole team down. Only a 4 scored. Here's Carl Woods for Albrites with a sweet 5 for his first ball. Pretty much, I think we can kiss goodbye to the third leg for Lads Night Out now. Carl's just playing for his averages. It's taken a very solid 7. 8-7-7 Carl this evening. Takes the Albrights after 5 have thrown to 33. Lads Night Out after 4 have thrown 17. It's pretty much an unassailable lead now. Matt's really just playing for his personal averages now, I think, unless he can come up with some sort of wonder spare. Oh, well, that made a fantastic noise, but it didn't deliver as much as it sounded. Matt's coming off a 2 and a 7, but I think the spare is just hit something, to be honest. That'll do. If he can come up with a 7 here, I think it'll be good consolation for him. It's a good 6 there. But that is an unassailable lead now. We are 10 points behind with whatever Jezza can post. So unless he puts in a 0 or a 1, really, it's beyond the hope. I'm depressing myself, to be honest. Ah, the trick shot from Jeremy, the solo single out. He's just teasing us now by getting a poor score just to rub it in. Yeah, see. Only 4 scored from Jeremy, but it takes them up to 37. Skipper needs 15. 14 for the draw. That's all he needs. 14 for the draw is what he's looking for. Although the spare is now unlikely. No, he's managed to tie for his beer leg, which is all he was aiming for. Not a team player as a skipper, but that's the match lost, as it's now 6-0 to the Albrights at the end of the beer leg. We can still pull our magical 6-4 out, but the match is lost. Here comes Martin for the 4th leg throws.
It's about pride now.
Wheels have all come off now, to be honest. Yeah, that's a nice delivery. In fact, there's an angle here. There is an angle here. To your right, that forward pin. If he hits this just right, he can take them all out. No, too far the other way. Still. Score 8, 8, 5 and 6. If you've just joined us, welcome. Unfortunately, I have to report that Lads Not Out have already lost the match. By the end of the beer leg, it was a whitewash. They've lost the first 3 legs to Albrites, who've taken the game with at least 6. Lads Not Out have a history of winning or losing 6-4, so maybe 2 consolation legs could be taken off the Albrites. It is a game of points in your position in the league, so if we can take loss, then it will help the position in the division. Skippy there with another one of those slow, accurate deliveries. It's unlucky to take more than that, but he's pulling up a superb innings. Is Skippy 7, 9, 9. All square in the 4th leg. Next up for the lads, it's Rob coming off a 7, 7 and a 6. Now would be the perfect moment to pull out something special from the Welsh wizard. But unfortunately, he's not going to. What can he do? There, takes the 3. Kingpin is still available, but the grouping's okay. But he needs this accurate shot. No, he's missed it again. Just 3 from Rob. That's his poorest score of the evening. Albright's number 2 is Lynn here. 4, 4 and 6. Needs to score. Lead. There she's equalled. A miss with the. Needs to hit that king. Now under some pressure. She's pulled that slightly, but it's constant. Apologies, it's a 5 from Lynn. So, Lads Not Out. After 2 have thrown, Lads Not Out 9. Albrights 11. Now Tom is coming off a 3 and a 4 and a 2, possibly his lowest. He's got to be fired up for more, but they're just not falling for him, and I get the feeling he's now feels they're not falling for him. I think it's a psychological game in some respects. Yeah, another uncharacteristic miss from Morgan. And again, this is just unheard of. An expensive night for Tom. Ross now for Albrights. Another. The accuracy isn't there for him this evening. He's coming off a 7, 6 and a 5. His scores are going backwards. He's done it again. All power, no finesse. And almost too hard. Pins are flying upwards and not along. Only a 2 scored for Ross. Could this be a chink of light for after 3 have thrown for each team? It's Lads Not Out 12. Albright's 13. What can Brian do? He's coming off an 8 and then 2 4s. That's shades of... Oh, yes, that was a beautiful second ball. Now then, the clearance is on here. Yeah, that's an excellent 8 scored. Unlucky not to take it. That's back onto form from Brian. He's bookended his scores, 8-4-4-8. Some pressure being put on now to Albrites. Lads not out after 4 have thrown, are on 20 in this form. Albrites 13 plus whatever Ben, their number 4, can put. Got to pull off a parity. What can he do? That's a beautiful first ball. Beautiful first ball delivery, power and accuracy to score 6 with 1 ball. Quality, smooth delivery. Just didn't quite have the right angle. Got to take one of these. It's a very creditable 7 scored. And it brings them up to that 20. So it's all square after 4 have thrown. Whatever guy has gone before anymore. It's now all about Matt and Alan for Lads Not Out, and Carl and Jeremy for all. Matt at number 5, he strides in. He's been drowning his sorrows really at the jukebox. He's coming off a 2, a 7 and a 6, and he's feeling quite, I think, disappointed with his performance. What can he pull out of the bag here? From Matt. 5. Lovely angle here. He still doesn't need the kingpin. Can he get it this time? He has. If ever there was a time to pull out a clearance, now desperate for some points out of this game, and they've put the pressure on here. Albright needs a clearance to draw level with Landslide out. What can he do? He's top scorer in the league, and that's why. What a little tight here, but he's not even Carl, I don't think, can get a 9 out of this. He only just got the 8. Still, he needed to do that. He's done exceptionally well. He's brought them up to only 1 point behind. Still, we have a 1 point lead coming after a 6 and a 4. Hasn't really found his form yet this evening. So, 29 points, Lads Not Out. This is last throw in the 4th leg. Alan points to the skipper. Barrels down the middle. Unlucky, rattle that pin there on your left. Unlucky not to knock it over. Oh, again, that was, I think that just slightly the wrong angle to take another pin with it. Looks like the grouping. Oh, he's pulled that. Oh. Another 4. Only 4 left. Another 5. 5's around 6, 6, 4, 5, 30. So, just remind us. As a reminder, 7 is his highest score of the evening, so it's can let's fly out here. 3 for the first one. again. He needs one. He needs one of these for the win. There's some confusion. Chalked up a 5 when actually he scored 4. He left 5 behind, which means it's 33. Which means that Jeremy's 6 has seen them take the win. So it's a 4th loss on the trot for Lads Night Out. 8 points to 0 after 4 legs. Here's Skippy leading out the final leg for the Albrites. An uncharacteristic first couple of deliveries. Bearing in mind he's coming off a 7, 2 9s and a 6. Where's his accuracy gone? Well, it's back there, isn't it? He's pulled out a consolation 6. Skippy scores an excellent 36 game. Here comes Martin. He's coming off a superb 2 8s, a 5 and a 6. He needs at least a 6 to keep. Oh, how he stalled his run up. Hopefully he hasn't overthought this. I think he has. The nerves got the better of him. That's a great pickup shot though for his second. Kingpin is still on here. At least a 7 in the offing here, but again he's thinking. Swaps over. Takes his stance. Oh, he pulled that. He's found the gap. Uncharacteristic. Score of the evening, a 4. $31 for Martin. For Albrites. Found the gap there. Albrites have a 2-point lead. Oh, Lynn's found the gap as well. To the 5. She needs to try and push this score up here to Kingpin there. A consolation 4 scored. She's had 3 4s in that. 3 4s in that game. Lynn finishes on 23.
Must be hard commentating on this game, isn't it?
Well,
Any viewers.
what are your thoughts, Brian, on the
It's
game?
a travesty, isn't it, really? It's a travesty. Lady Luck is definitely in some other vicinity, isn't she?
Mainly it's your fault though, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, pretty much.
Those 2 4s couldn't have come at worse time, could they, Brian?
Thanks, Simon.
It's Rob for Lads Not Out, finishing the game. I think he's finished on a 6 there. The 29 out now. After 2 have thrown, both teams on 10. Again, he's coming off that poor 2 last time. It's huge power, massive backswing, but the accuracy just not with it tonight. Oh, he's missed again. Goodness me, this could be the little chink of daylight Lads Not Out need. He's only got 2 on that 3rd ball. 3 scored. Now, Tom has had an appalling evening by his standards. 3, 4, 2 and 3 scored. Now, and really try and pull out the consolation 2 points it's now in this final leg. The jukebox has stopped. The silence descends. And that's not how it expects. 3 for that first one. Here's the second delivery. Oh, he just nicked it. The kingpin's still there, but I would hope there's at least a 7 in here. Oh, Tom, unlucky. Unlucky. But it's only a 5, which by his... He finally avoided the fine with his last throw. But that total of 17 is far, far below his average. He's obviously just had a nightmare of an evening. Up 15 after 3 have thrown. Albrites 13 after 3. Here comes Ben. He's been a bit more consistent. 6-8, 6-7. Lovely smooth deliver of the ball. There's barely a noise alley with it. Here's the second ball. Out the middle section. The kingpin is still here and there's some angle, but it's tricky. That's his lowest score of the evening with a 4. That certainly helps. Brian only needs a 2 to level the scores, and he's this will finally put some pressure on the Albrites. He's found the gap with that first delivery. Lads Not Out supporters in the crowd are shaking their heads at that one. Oh, he pulled that one. You saw it come out of his hand. He's... Now, it might be the commentator's curse saying there were only 2 points, but he hasn't got any so far. He needs a big final ball. He's at least after that, the lead. It's his worst score of the evening. 18 for Lads Not Out, 17 for the Albrites. Albrites in number 5. The Handy Hill trick shot there clears out the middle pin. The kingpin, but unfortunately this reverse angle is tricky. He's gone right over to the right. Oh, it's unlucky. 5 scored from Carl, his worst score of the evening. We're dropping in and out, apparently. Well, to be honest, you're not missing much because the performance has been terrible. And we're losing. So I'm not going to try and make it any better because, quite frankly, I'm disappointed in the whole team. Matt Wright now for Lads Not Out. He's come off a 9 in his... He's got 4 points to make up to bring us to parity. There's 3 of them. This double split is awkward, but he's had... This is a nice angle here with this front skittle. Has he got it? Oh, pulled in a good strong 7 there from Matt. He's with his last 2 shots there. A 9 and a 7 to finish is a good home straight. He's finished on 31, equaling Martin's score there. So far, Matt and Martin, the only players over 30. 25 lads not out after 5 are thrown. 22 Albrites. Skipper Jezza with his final throws of the game. Oh, he was very lucky to nudge a 3 out of that one. Final shot now for Jezza of the game. Needs more. Oh, he pulled that one. 4 scored for Jeremy. Again, an uncharacteristically low score for him. Albrights are on 26, having all 6 in this last leg. Lads Night Out are on 25 with just a skipper to throw. He's coming off 2 6s and 2 4s. He needs 2. That's all he needs to get the consolation 2 points for Lads Night Out. This is a pressure shot in itself. There he goes. He's taken the win there with the 3. Cheers from the crowd as the consolation points have landed in our lap at last. Can he hit the kingpin? He can't, but that's symptomatic of the whole game. Ironic applause as Alan finishes 6-6, 4-4-4. 29 Lads Night Out, 26 to the Albrights. Lads Night Out avoiding the whitewash, but only just. Consolatory 2 points. But I think everyone fairly disappointed with their performance, apart from Martin. Who I think Martin, I was just saying that pretty much everybody there. I think this could be. Is this one of your highest scores so far?
I think so, yeah. I'm still disappointed with the the low scoring legs there, but overall, yeah. I'm 31 as the highest score I've ever done.
I think that's superb. I mean, if that 4 in the last leg had just been tweaked up to a 5 or a 6, you would have absolutely smashed it.
Yeah. What a great game. Unfortunately, the result didn't go our way, though.
Didn't a consolatory 2 points, so at least there's something to take from that.
Hopefully, we'll.
There we go. We've got to make way now for the next team. Until next time. It's good night from me, and it's.